Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Coach Carolin and today is the first day that I am filming at my new golf club down here in Miami City, Florida, and it is called SYMETRA. It is one of the most beautiful courses. We're still building a lot of things, but the course is ready, the range is ready, short game area is ready, so you have to check it out. If you're looking to join a new golf course here in Florida, it is incredible. Come and check out SYMETRA. I'd love to see you. But let's go into what we're going to be talking about today. Today we're going to be talking about, is my club face square? And what does a square club face look like? And you guys are going to be like, oh, Carolyn, everybody knows what a square club face looks like. Yes, at impact. Ideally, we all know where we want to go, so that's what we think a square club face is. But when you look at your own videos, you want to make sure that you look at a couple of specific positions in the swing where you can tell if your club face is square. So you can help yourself and you can understand what may be going wrong in your swing. So let's look at it. All right, so there's a couple of really important positions where the club face really matters, and of course the one biggest position is at impact. However, there's other positions during the swing when you look at your own swing that I want you to understand where you want that face to be and what it needs to be looking like. So obviously, number one, in setup, we want to make sure that club face is square to the target. And you know, that sounds simpler than it is, because a lot of the time I see people with forward press do this, and then actually the club face starts aiming to the right. You can see this from down the line. It now starts aiming right. And the more you do this, the more used to it your eye gets, and then maybe they start even setting up more to the right, and then they think they're aimed correctly, but actually their club face is to the right. So when you do have a lot of forward press, you can forward press with de-lofting, but a lot of people forward press this way and then the club face opens. So make sure that is not you. Number two, at the takeaway, like 8 to 9 o'clock, right here. 8 o'clock is right by your right thigh, and then 9 o'clock is obviously the club parallel to the ground. So here you want to make sure we don't see that face actually looking up. And I want you to focus on that leading edge right here, this piece of the golf club. So if that's pointing kind of towards the ground, that's shut. If it's pointing up, that's open. And at 8 o'clock, we want it to be about 45 degrees from my perspective. And at 9 o'clock, it can be straight up. I'm also not mad if it's still slightly tilted towards the ground, but definitely nowhere near past perpendicular to the ground. That would be open. So make sure it's pretty much straight. Third position, top of the backswing. So the way I always like to describe this, if you look at your top position, it's a position that's looked at quite a bit, even in your own videos. I've done this before. And you look at it and you're like, is it open? Is it closed? So if you imagine a water hose running from the sky to the ground, which could also be explained as rain, Carolyn. But let's just, for a second, bear with me. It's water hose that is going down into the ground. And if your club face at the top of the backswing would let that water go through to the ground like this, right? If that faucet would be opened because it can actually run through to the ground, that's open. That's an open face at the top. If it's like this, where that club face would actually shut that faucet and now it's pointing to the sky, that's closed. And you want it to be right in the middle. You want it at 45 degrees. So ideally, you want that club face line match this wrist line. So that's the third really important position. The fourth key position for you to look at is coming down, so halfway down, shaft parallel to the ground. So shaft parallel to the ground would be like right here when you go into your transition. And when you have that face, again, being perfectly straight up that leading edge, that's a square face. That's a shut face, that's an open face. And whatever you'll see, there's either one or two things happen. Whatever you see in the 9 o'clock position, taking it away, you either see the same thing or you see the opposite. Because some people compensate for an open face at takeaway with a shut face coming down, or the other way. So next time you look at your video, make sure you pay attention to those different points. Set up, 9 o'clock, top position, halfway down. And that'll tell you a lot about your face. If you find your face is open or closed, first thing I would adjust is your grip, because usually amateurs don't really look at their grip, and then it might be a very strong grip, might be a very weak grip. So those are the key positions in your swing. If you're looking at your own video, make sure those are correct. Make sure you learn from them, and make sure you can educate yourself of what you can do when your face is open or closed. I have a ton of videos on those topics. So the first step is recognizing what goes wrong in your swing so we can fix it together. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe. Also feel free to leave me a comment below. I always love to hear from you guys, and also let me know what you want to see next. That's what I do, and that is what I'm here for. See you next time.